Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. 925 on the PTR has just entered release build phase.
Hello there.
So what exactly are we getting, and is it going to be enough to keep players paying? Let's get into it. Now, I've said this before in previous videos, but I'm just going to reiterate it now. Don't worry if you're still working towards the M+ mount, ahead of the curve, or any of that good stuff. 925 is coming separate from Season 4. So when 925 drops on the 31st for the US and the 1st of June for the EU, don't worry, Season 4 is still a little way off. But now, on to 925. Now the biggest addition for many will be cross-faction gameplay. Sadly this will not include guilds, which I've gone into before, so mostly it's going to be pug focused. But that isn't the only restriction that's been put on this. You can't do outdoor content or content that requires matchmaking. So for instance, LFR, normal, heroic dungeons, random battlegrounds and arena skirmishes are all off the table. You can't just invite a member of the other faction. If you see them, if all of a sudden you're playing as an orc and you look across the way, you just see the most beautiful night elf and you're like, just drawn to them and you're thinking, I need to be with this person, Not cool. That can't happen. They either need to be part of the same cross-faction community, you need to be Battle.net friends, or you need to be joining a pre-made group using the group finder tool. What it comes down to is you will be able to join communities together, you will be able to do Mythic Plus dungeons, rated PvP raids, and legacy raids. Now, I'm not going to go into my feelings on this, I've covered it enough, as I said before. I do think that without cross-faction guilds, or maybe some sort of third faction, or some way that you could do it, this fix is really just a band-aid over a much bigger issue. But anyway, let's continue. Now for some actual new content, I know. Except, in keeping with much of 925, it's just, yeah, a little bit underwhelming. Rather than giving us the much-wanted heritage armor for those races still waiting, we are getting heritage armor, like, 1.5? Or as we shall call it from now on, Columbo heritage armor.
Oh, one thing I almost forgot.
So this time around, the Dark Iron Dwarfs and the Blood Elves are gaining new ground mounts. For the Dark Iron Dwarves, they've got Grimhowl, which is pretty cool looking. And for the Blood Elves, they get this emerald green Hawkstrider, of course. Which I think is cool, don't get me wrong, I think it's great adding these ground mounts into the heritage armor. Fingers crossed this is going to be something that they keep doing going forward when they eventually give the other races their heritage armor. And also, I hope they go back and sort of retroactively for the races that have had theirs. Like the Goblin car from the starting zone, that would be cool. Or maybe we can finally have that Kodo Corn I've always wanted. But also along with the new mounts, there are a number of transmog items that are coming. The Dark Iron Dwarves, well, I'm just going to be honest, they are epic. I know I'm a Horde character saying I love something on the Alliance side, but let me put it this way, I am somewhat biased. Their heritage armor looks just like Dwarf armor from Warhammer, and I love it. So more weapons and shields in that Warhammer vibe, I am all down for. Now the Blood Elves don't get quite the same range of weaponry, they're literally just getting this new pole on, but it does fit extremely well with the heritage armor we've got, so that's all good.
But wait! There's more!
Oh yes, there is more. So not only are the Blood Elves gaining, well, all the things that the Dark Iron Dwarves are getting, they're getting a new mount, they're getting weaponry, they're also getting a whole new armor set for their paladins. Yeah, you heard that right.
You were always my favorite.
You may be asking, ooh, hey, I'm a Dark Iron Dwarf paladin. What do we get? You're not a Blood Elf, are you? Yeah, okay, yeah. Speaking of disappointment, Torghast is now always available, every wing.
Oh, hell no!
Yeah, that's right. All the wings of Torghast are now open permanently. No waiting for your needed wings so you can get that Lego that you want to try out. So you can do as much Torghast as you want to do. Yeah, I'm not going to pretend everybody likes Torghast like I do. I know the vast majority dislike it. I'm not sure it's because the 1% have said, we hate it and people are parroting that, or if people are looking at it with the potential, what it could have been, and how it's been squandered. Anyway, now you can do more of it or just keep avoiding it. So, yeah, there's that, I guess. We have Renown catch up. Once 925 is released, the broker mark of distinction will now increase your Renown level to 60 rather than 40, which it does currently. Plus, you will gain Renown from Mythic and Mythic Plus dungeons. Torghast, they are 9 to 16. Defeating Shadowland raid bosses and winning rated battlegrounds. So there's that as well, I guess. We're also gaining a boost to legendary base item crafting. Don't get too excited. They're basically upping the amount of experience you gain. It was 5 experience for each crafted item. Now it's going to be 25 for each crafted item. You had to reach a total of 75 experience to actually be able to unlock the next tier. So you still basically need to spend a ton of gold that you're not going to get back, but at least you can... I just can't... Why wasn't this done back at the start of the expansion? Or hell, 9.1, 9.2, like at the latest. The profession-based legendary item has been probably one of my biggest disappointments with Shadowlands. It's so much potential. I was so excited to see crafting hopefully come back to the foreground, and yeah, apparently we're waiting for Dragonflight for that one, so fuck it. Speaking of naughty language, tut tut Grim, we are gaining a new player report function to make it easier, or at least clearer, why you want to report a player. The system looks a lot like if you've been on PTR or the beta, you have like this little box that you can move around your screen. It basically looks a lot like that. It clearly defines why you want to report this person. Then you got a little box that you can just type in and say the reason. The reason this is important is because it goes along with the new social contract where you'll have to agree to. When you log in, on your character select screen, a window, a contract will pop up. Basically, just scroll down, read it or don't read it. It's entirely up to you. It's the stuff that, you know, generally don't be an idiot online. Don't be rude to players, don't advertise. All the stuff we already know, but now you have to agree to it.
Remember what I told you.
Don't be a cunt.
I will say, to go along with this, can we also have some sort of repercussions for those that spam the report function? For those that every dungeon, they're just ruining the run for others, but then when the people are saying, please, can you not do that, or can you not leave, or why did you leave? They're just, oh, I'm going to report you. Because there. When people aren't being offensive, they're just asking a question. And all that person's trying to do is get the other people into trouble because, don't talk to me like that, I do what I want. I 100%, don't get me wrong, 100% believe we need features in here that we can easily report players. Anything that will keep people safe and that will remove bad elements from the community. But on the flip side, somebody saying to you, hey, can I help with your rotation? Or maybe you should go and check out a Wowhead guide or Icy Veins or whatever. Or maybe sim your character, see what's wrong. Player taking offense to that and just spamming the report feature because this person has some way upset them. Both are harmful to the community and both need to be carefully balanced. So yeah, we got a little bit serious there. But before we wrap this up, we want to finish on the kind of grey area coming in 925. These are the things that we're not entirely sure about for whatever reason. Now, the first up are the new portals in Oribus. These are being added to enable us to easier access the legacy dungeons that are being added for the new M+ season when it finally reaches us. The reason I say this is something that we're not sure about is, are these portals going to come with 925? Or are they going to wait and bring them out when obviously Season 4 drops, when we're actually going to be needing them? I will say having portals to Karazhan, to Warlords of Draenor and so on, and just putting those portals in Oribus is a nice quality of life addition. Thank you, Blizzard. So next up we have something that's been added, but no one knows why. The new stables in Orgrimmar and Stormwind. There's a lot of speculation about these. They are very up front and centre. They're not hidden away. This is not some dark, dank corner of the city that could potentially be missed. These are very much right in your eye line when you first go into your city. Is it going to be a new pet battle thing? Are they maybe adding a new mount vendor of some kind? Who knows, but it's going to be interesting to see. It's nice having some things we don't know about.
I am shocked! Shocked! Well, not that shocked.
Speaking of things we don't know about, Blizzard have done a great, and I mean great job encrypting spoilers in 925. And I'm not going to lie, I'm really happy about it. It's nice to have some surprises. It's nice to log in, and especially with story beats, I want to be immersed in that story of my character. I don't want to already know it. Sure, we need to test things like dungeons. We need to test raid encounters. We need to test systems. We need to test balancing and things like that. We don't need to test story beats. So potentially going into 925 and not knowing what's happening, I'm all for. But I'm getting distracted. So Minithil wants us to head back to Tirithal Glades. It appears much has been done to rebuild the area around Brill, and that is all we know. Now there are a lot of rumours about this. There's rumours of a new allied race, being like the Dark Rangers. I will say...
Stop it. Get some help.
Just don't do this, Blizz. Just don't. Okay, if you want to add maybe a Dark Ranger vibe, 1, add it as the Undead Heritage armor. 2, maybe just add Dark Ranger style appearances to the undead, and if you really want, to the elves, so you can get like a undead style skin color and things like that. If you really want to add Dark Ranger, just add the appearance, add the options in the custom character select, so that people can go and do whatever features they want to get that Dark Ranger vibe. And instead, somewhere down the road, make Dark Ranger a new hero class. Something like a kind of, I don't know, a necromancer. A cross between a range and dual blades. You got 2 blades, you got your bow on your back, you got some necromantic, undead abilities. It's kind of... It's a shame we already have survival melee hunter. It'd be good if survival was still ranged, and then you could have this new hero class would come in that would kind of bridge that gap. Maybe even have the ability to have a kind of tanky. Like the monk, it wouldn't have a shield, it would have 2, weapons. But you could do all sorts of things with it. It'd be so good. But I'm getting distracted again. Apologies.
Stay on target.
And that is it. That is what we have coming in 925. Now, I've said before, I'm not sure if that's enough to keep players paying. More importantly for us, I'm not sure it's enough to keep us entertained. Sure, we can get some new heritage armor. That's great. But outside of endgame content that isn't coming in 925, what is there to do until 10.0 and pre-patch comes out? I like the additions, don't get me wrong. And I hope Glades is going to be some just cool new blow our socks off quest hub. Giving us something just crazy interesting. Maybe requiring us to help rebuild Brill. Give us daily quests, and as we build in resources, we can just help slowly build the city back up. Over time, the area changes around us thanks to our work. That'd be something neat. That'd be something new that we haven't seen before. Now, I literally just made that last bit up, and I may do a video on that tomorrow. But yeah, that's enough for me for now. I think we've covered enough of 925. Let me know what you're thinking regarding what we've learned so far about 925. Is there enough to keep you busy as a player? Are you going to be enjoying the game until possibly a March 2023 release date? But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Stay safe, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Laters.